Psychology says uncertainty creates obsession. That's the hook, right? It's a line that's practically designed to pull you in. And believe it or not, it's the secret ingredient behind a huge viral social media trend.
I bet you've seen these videos. You know the ones. Dark, kind of grainy, with this weird robotic-sounding voice talking about dark psychology. Have you ever been scrolling and just thought to yourself, how were these things even made and why? Why do they all feel exactly the same?
Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We are going to deconstruct the exact formula these creators are using to go viral. And the craziest part? They're doing it all with tools that are 100% free. Okay, so first things first, let's just get a sense of the scale here. This whole content format, it isn't just popular, it's explosive. Seriously, we're not talking about some slow, steady climb. This is like a rocket ship. Get this. Some of these accounts are pulling in over 1 million followers using this exact method. 1 million. That's just a staggering number, and it really shows you just how powerful this formula can be. And they're doing it fast, like really fast. We're talking as few as 35 posts. Just let that sink in for a second. Not hundreds of videos over years of grinding. Nope, just a few dozen posts and bam, instant meteoric growth. So here's the real secret, the main takeaway. This isn't about some kind of creative genius. It's a formula, a simple, repeatable process that pretty much anyone can copy using free online tools. It's basically an assembly line for making viral content. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We'll start with the engine of these videos, the script. This is where that psychological pull really starts, and it all begins with a pretty clever use of AI. Now here's the first big trick. These creators aren't just typing a generic prompt into Chat GPT. No, they're actually training it. They feed the AI a bunch of existing viral scripts, and by doing that, they teach it to perfectly copy that, manipulative storytelling style, right down to the hooks and the calls to action. And, the toolkit they're using is surprisingly simple. The whole operation basically runs on just these 3 platforms, and they're pretty much all free. You've got Chat GPT for the scripts, 11 Labs for that creepy voice, and Pexels for the video clips. That's it. That's the entire setup. Okay, so next up, let's talk about the sound. The voiceover is, honestly, it's absolutely crucial for creating that unsettling conversational vibe. It almost feels like you're listening to someone's internal thoughts. And that's because it's not just one voice, it's several. What creators do is they use a feature in an AI voice tool called 11 Labs to split the script between different AI voices, like Ethan and Nicole. So you get this really weird back and forth dialogue effect that's kind of disorienting. You can really see how it works here. A single idea is literally chopped in half and passed between 2 different voices. That jarring back and forth rhythm, it's all designed to keep you just a little bit off balance and totally hooked. So we've got the script and we've got the audio, but what about the visuals? Where do all those moody, anonymous video clips actually come from? Well, the answer is way simpler than you probably think. They're not spending hours and hours searching for the perfect clip. Not at all. Instead, they find just one video that has the right vibe, and then they just let the platform's algorithm do all the heavy lifting, serving up dozens more clips with that exact same dark, anonymous feel. It's like a content goldmine that takes almost 0 effort. All right, and that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the edit. This is the glue that holds the whole thing together. It's where that signature look gets created, and it's all done with a few simple but really clever tricks. So even before they lock in the visuals, they work on the audio. First, they cut out all the natural pauses from the AI voiceover to make it sound unnaturally fast-paced. Then they layer in sound effects. Those risers, glitches, and little snap sounds to add impact to all the psychological tricks the script is talking about. And this is the secret sauce for the visuals. It's just a simple layering process. You start by putting a paper texture over everything. Then you shrink the video down so it sits in a little window in the middle. You add a dark vignette to get those shadowy corners, speed up the clips so they don't drag, and add some simple fades. And that's it. That process is exactly how they get that distinct, gritty, kind of claustrophobic feeling every single time. So when you put it all together, what you're really looking at isn't some stroke of creative genius. It's a powerful, super efficient assembly line. You combine the trained AI script, the multi-voice narration, the algorithm-fed visuals, and that templated edit. And just like that, a viral video is born in minutes. And what's really interesting is that the creators themselves will often say that what they're sharing isn't just a trick, but a weapon. And that idea, well, it leaves us with a pretty important question to think about. When content that's literally designed to manipulate people is this easy to make, what does that mean for the rest of us who are out here watching?